Y'all know I'm a huge Ox fan, but I broke the prototypes, so I had to do something so we're not sitting here while Ox figures it out. It breaks my heart to have to put these in here, but we'll see how they do. So here's the issue. Currently, there's only one company that makes a selectable locker for the 14-bolt 40 spline, and that's ARB. Ox is designing one and wanted me to test out the prototypes, which I did, and I gave them hell. But I broke both of them on Little Caesars at AOP. I'm a huge Ox fan. Everybody that knows me knows that I absolutely love Ox. I had Ox lockers in this Jeep before when it was Dana 60 and Dana 44. I've got Ox lockers in my 78 Cherokee. So I've never had any experience with ARB. Don't really care for their design, so it is what it is. Everybody has their opinions. You're entitled to yours, I'm entitled to mine. I don't like their design. I'd rather have the external air. So when you watch the video, I give ARB some hell. I don't need hate mail over it. I just am not a fan. But I've never had any experience with them, so we get ready to go on our annual vacation here soon, and I'll test them out and give them hell as well. But as soon as Ox finishes the prototypes, the ARBs will absolutely come out and the Oxes will go in. I feel that strongly about Ox and the company, and the fact that they had me test the prototypes the way they did just says something about the company, and I'll always stand by them. As you know, I'm a huge Ox fan, and if you saw the AOP Winter Run episode 2, you may or may not have noticed that I broke both of those lockers. They did break in the locked position, so I did not even know that they were broken until we got home, pulled it off the trailer, and the lockers would not disengage. So if you want to see me give it hell on Little Caesar... If you want to see me give it hell on Little Caesars, go watch AOP Winter Run episode 2. Ooh-wee. So look at these new diff covers from Undercover Fab. Since the old diff covers are made for the Ox with the fork, I decided to just go ahead and...
sticker right there.
Now I'm going to put an Ox crying sticker on there is what I'm going to do. Okay, being a huge Ox fan, I have only had Ox lockers. This is an ARB because I broke both of the Ox prototypes, so we had to go to ARB while Ox figures the design out. So babe, what makes this one different than an Ox?
Well, Ox is just more external air operated instead of having the little O-rings and the diaphragm and stuff in there. So it's just a little more failure points, but we'll see.
Hence the reason we love Ox so much. But we're gonna give ARB a shot and see how they do. We're gonna have to drill holes in the axle housing now, though, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yay! Insert sarcasm.
Sleep in late. Don't mean
How you doing, Wayne?
I said, hey, I don't want to get up early. You know,
We don't get up early. Now, see, if you want a video of somebody talking, he talk and
That's
talk,
right.
and he'll
I'll
freaking talk and talk. And
You know, what we have here is the master. See, doing the shim thing. See, so. And then when he gets through putting that gear on, he'll put the magic touch. That's where you hold the gear, you close your eyes.
See?
We can't show that on video though. That's a secret. And then you put the magic touch on, and then you go 6,000s. I'll dispute that,
And then Wayne loses bet.
and I lose the bet.
That is an odd looking contraption there when you're used to looking at an ox.
I know we have that proper use of that tool.
Yes, it is. This is Specialty Motorsports correct tool. The press that's right there is entirely too professional for me to use. I'm a hammer man.
That's our aviation.
Aviation, that's right. Only the aviation quality is best.
Remember I said how much of an ox fan I am? Well, here's my 78 Cherokee. It will never see off-road, but yet, there we have it. It's got 2 ox lockers, just because. I think that much of them, so that's why I say this breaks my heart to have to use a different company's locker, but we'll get over it. We're getting there.
Yep. Moving on now.
You're a good little helper, Wayne.
Anything with my friends.
You got a friend?
Well, no, I had to pay them.
Okay, while Kenny and Wayne are over there working on that ARB locker, I get to do what I do best, and that's powder coat the new covers. So let's walk over to my shop here, and we'll get started.
Yeah, fun box.
One down. Okay, while we're waiting for the oven to get up to temperature so we can put the diff covers in and cure the primer, let's walk over and see how the boys are doing.
That first groove off center.
No sticking straight back.
Yeah.
I just put a mark on the back side.
I'm trying. I got some.
How you doing down here?
Well,
Having fun with that line?
you want to, well, you want to, I think we got to grind some more, bro.
Oh, with the housing?
I'm afraid so.
Are you serious?
I'm not. Yeah.
Freaking ARB.
Yeah. I don't see no daylight.
Well, it's not
Dude,
the backlash and all that.
I know, but it better go the other way, this way. I'm just telling you.
Well, I guess I better check
Better
that
check that first, because we close.
before I continue with this.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if the fit was in the cover.
Yeah.
You mean like an ox?
Alan. Thanks, Alan.
So what's going on here?
Well, the ARB requires us to grind a little bit of the fin away by the cap, because you can see right here, it was hitting the locker and not allowing us to check the backlash.
Ah.
So Kenny will perform surgery on the housing and make us good clearance.
I like to talk a lot.
See, so that's why he brought me in to narrate this.
Well, that's awesome.
All right.
we had to trim off there because it was hitting the locker. But better for Ox to know with the prototypes than invest in all that money to put them into production only to find out that they would fail if someone drove them like I did. See, here's the Ox cover. And that's what he's talking about, the air fitting being in the cover, which is so much more convenient than the ARB. This is another reason right here why I prefer Ox over any other brand. This is called a drive-away lock. So if you lose air for any reason, you just turn this around here. You unscrew this right here. This screws in its place and it engages your locker. So that way you can still get off the trail even if you lose air. No other company does this. So if something happens to those ARBs, if I lose air, I'm screwed. Once they cool down, we'll be able to put them on the Jeep.
Because of that, what I can get to and what I can't.
How about,
Yeah.
What are you doing, Vicky?
I mean, we got the vent line way over here, that ain't gonna work. But maybe right there? How far over is that from the gear? We probably need to put the gear up in there so we can actually see the thing. Or we pick a spot, you know?
Yeah, because all this is in the way. Probably should put it right here on the bottom.
Well, that's true.
Right there.
That's true. Right on the bottom.
Right on the
With
bottom.
a plastic tee.
Sarcasm at its best.
Yeah, because it's too thick right here.
I think, you know, they're going to want to go across the gear and come over here, but that's,
No, I mean, you don't have to. I
No.
thought that right there would be a good spot. Yeah, right there.
Can we get to the grill, the backside?
I wasn't kidding when I said I was going to put a crying Ox on here. But trust me, as soon as Ox finishes redesigning the prototypes, they will immediately go back in here. See you on trails.